I'm curious to know, what are you guys doing for a side hustle? And if you don't already have one, are you considering adding on to have a secondary source of income? Let me know in the comments below. So I don't know if you guys have heard of the YouTuber Bruce Wang. He is a real estate investor turned stock market investor turned YouTuber. So he documents his investing journey similar to what I do on my channel, but basically his last video talked about 150 different ways that you could add on to your income. He called them supplemental income generating jobs. What I'm gonna do is just break down that video a little bit further and talk about what I see as the most feasible side hustles for you to do in 2019. Now, definitely one of the top side hustle jobs that you can have, especially for the younger generation, is actually babysitting. So once you hit a certain age and you're comfortable watching other people's kids, this is a great job because so many parents out there are trying to get one night away from their kids, maybe for a date night or something, and they are willing to pay top dollar just to have someone come in and watch their kid. And usually what I find when you're doing these babysitting things, you babysit later at night so the parents can go out and enjoy a night, and the kids are in bed by like 8 p.m. So all you're doing is getting paid to either do homework or watch TV or whatever you want really in that time. So that one is super great. I always loved when people asked me to babysit so I could take advantage of that. Now, the second form of a side hustle that I want to talk about would be anything to do with lawn care. So if you own a lawnmower already, then you can just simply put it in your car, put it in your truck, and drive it to another house to take care of their lawn if somebody is willing to pay you for it. Now, a lot of people are willing to shell out their money because people frankly hate lawn work, whether you have to mow the lawn or you're mulching for them, taking care of their garden, you're doing weed work. People hate this stuff and they're willing to pay others for it. If you're younger and you want to do something with lawn care, I would highly recommend talking to your parents if they already own a lawnmower and seeing if they'd be willing to let you, wheel it down the road to a neighbor's house who is willing to pay you for lawn care. So that's one great option for you out there. The third side hustle that I want to talk about for you guys today is going to be just simply selling stuff. So go through your old stuff, figure out what you can get rid of. Best places to sell by far: eBay, Craigslist, and then you have Facebook Marketplace. You have apps like Letgo. There's so many different destinations where you can sell things out there, and people are just, flipping through wanting to buy all these different items all the time. Now, you know the quote, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Go to some yard sales, buy stuff super cheap, take it back home, and flip it on Craigslist. What I like to do when I go yard sailing is go to these yard sales with my phone, anything that I can get internet on, and I'll scroll through, I'll see what the person's asking for at the yard sale, and then I'll see what I can get on Craigslist or eBay for it, and I will be able to make a decent profit doing this. Like 9 times out of 10, you're going to be able to profit doing this. It's just about how much grind time you're willing to put in, in the back end, researching this stuff and buying the right products. It's not hard at all, but it's something that's highly effective, and you can start making a ton of money doing this. I would love to document some of the sales that I make on eBay doing this. Now, another great form of side hustling would be to get hired by some of those service applications. I'm talking about the Ubers, I'm talking about Lyft, Grubhub, any food delivery service. These are great things to be involved with. Now, you can get tips from all of these, which makes them even better. And the best part about this is that you can customize your schedule. You can make it as flexible as you want. If you're working a 9 to 5 job and it's a Tuesday night, you want to make some money between 8 to 10 p.m. Let's say you're an Uber driver. All you do, bang, click open that app, do a couple trips between 8 to 10, call it a night when you're done, and you just made some decent money doing so. So it's so nice to be able to have that at your disposal, at your fingertips, and you can work whenever you want just to get that side income. One thing that I did particularly in high school and a little bit throughout college was talking to my other friends and trying to get any phones rallied up that I could. So particularly iPhones, I was looking for older iPhones I could just buy real quick off my friends and flip them. So what I was finding, a lot of times my friends would either give me the phones or let me buy them a lot cheaper than what they were going for on eBay, and I would essentially turn around and flip them just because they didn't want to take the time to sell them on eBay or do the research into it or write up the ads, just because they didn't understand how easy it is to actually do that. So I was always surprised when I was finding friends who were willing to do that, which was just awesome for me because I was making a lot of money doing it. The other thing is, you would think that broken phones, shattered iPhones wouldn't be worth that much, when in reality, they go for essentially the same price as brand new fixed iPhones in some cases, which is awesome. So what I tried to do was teach myself how to fix a couple different iPhones, and I learned, and a couple of my friends actually paid me to fix their iPhones too, with new screens and all that type of stuff, which was awesome for me. I was basically generating some of that side income doing that, which was great. I haven't been doing that as much lately, but is something that is always going to have value over time. And like I said, the more creative you are, the better returns you're going to get. I was reading an article not too long ago about somebody who was selling keys of a MacBook keyboard because they couldn't find them online themselves. They looked it up and realized that this was a giant marketplace, and they were making like, I don't know, $10,000 each semester doing this, which was ridiculous. I also had some friends who were buying and selling shoes. Now the shoe industry is just crazy. I don't really understand it myself. I think it's comparable to actually the stock market industry too at some levels, which was pretty interesting to me. So something that I didn't get into, but I had a neighbor of mine in college who was buying and selling these shoes. He'd get them the day they were released for like $300, and they would go out of stock, and he would sell them while they were out of stock for like $700 on eBay. And he was in a Facebook group that basically told him which shoes to buy and sell. So it was really interesting to see the profits that he was turning from that. I never did get into that myself, but something that I should have back in the day. Another great way for side income is just to do some freelance work. So actually, while I've been making these videos on my YouTube account, one company came to me and asked me to write a blog article for them and promote them with a video. So that was pretty interesting. Something that I was able to take advantage of, was really cool. So I would encourage you guys to even create a YouTube channel, just because it's really cool to document your own journey. If you can document something, you are going to get a following on it. Now for YouTube, you do need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to become monetized, but there are certainly other ways that you can make money on YouTube. So that's things like referral links. So if you see any of the links in the description of this video, if someone clicks on them and they sign up for a program or they buy one of the products down there, then what happens is I get a percentage of that, or I get a free stock, or I'm getting compensated in some way. So it's pretty interesting. It's really cool. I've made a little bit of money doing that on YouTube so far. Hopefully we'll continue doing that. And you know, the goal for a lot of different YouTubers is to hit that mark and to become monetized, because the sky is really the limit with what you can make on YouTube and how far you can go. But anyways, guys, those are really my favorite forms of that secondary income that you can start generating. I'm eager to know, what are you guys doing, like I said in the beginning of the video, and if you had any other suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what some of the crazy stories you've heard for generating that income is. If you guys did enjoy the video, found it useful in any way, make sure that you drop a like on the video and you subscribe to the channel and turn on that bell notification to be alerted when those videos come out. I release content like this pretty much daily, so definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Thanks for checking it out. Have a great day.